baby, baby, baby. Cute baby. C is for candy, candy, candy. Sweet candy. D is for dolphin, dolphin, dolphin. Little dolphin. E is for elephant, elephant, elephant. Big elephant. F is for fairy, fairy, fairy. Flying fairy. G is for glasses, glasses, glasses. Shiny glasses. H is for horse, horse, horse. Running horse. I is for ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Cold ice cream. J is for jelly, jelly, jelly. Yummy jelly. K is for keyboard, keyboard, keyboard. Click keyboard. L is for lion, lion, lion. Roaring lion. M is for monkey, monkey, monkey. Jumping monkey. N is for needle, needle, needle. Sharp needle. O is for orange, orange, orange. Juicy orange. P is for pony, pony, pony. Pretty pony. Q is for queen, queen, queen. Q, queen. R is for rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. R, rabbit. S is for sun, sun, sun. Hot sun. T is for train, train, train. Train. Use for umbrella, umbrella, umbrella. Unique umbrella. V is for van, van, van. Kids van. W is for water, water, water. Clean water. X is for xylophone, xylophone, xylophone. X, xylophone. Y is for york, 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 york. Y, york. Z is for zebra, zebra, zebra. Z, zebra.
A is for
alligator, alligator.
B is for
Bear, bear.
C is for
Cow, cow.
D is for
Dog, dog.
E is for
Elephant, elephant.
F is for
Fox, fox.
G is for
Giraffe, giraffe.
H is for
Horse, horse.
I is for
Iguana.
I.
Iguana.
J is for
Jaguar.
J.
Jaguar.
K is for
Kangaroo.
K.
Kangaroo.
L is for
Lion.
L.
Lion.
M is for
Monkey.
M.
Monkey.
N is for
Newt.
N.
Newt.
O is for
Ox.
O.
Ox.
P is for
Panda.
P.
Panda.
Q is for
Quokka. Quokka.
R is for
Rhinoceros.
R.
Rhinoceros.
S is for
Squirrel.
S.
Squirrel.
T is for
Tiger.
T.
Tiger.
U is for
Unicorn. Unicorn.
V is for
Vulture.
V.
Vulture.
W is for
Wolf.
W.
Wolf.
X is for
Xerus.
Z.
Xerus.
Y is for
Yak. Yak.
Z is for
Zebra.
Z.
Zebra.
Diamond, 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 D, diamond. E is for elephant, 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 E, elephant. F is for fairy, 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 F, fairy. G is for giraffe. Giraffe, G, giraffe. H is for hand, 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 H, hand. I is for igloo, 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 I, igloo. J is for juice, 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 J, juice. K is for kite, 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 K, kite. L is for lion, 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 L, lion. M is for monkey, 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 M, monkey. N is for needle, 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 N, needle. O is for orange, O, orange. P is for parrot. 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 P, parrot. Q is for queen. 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 Q, queen. R is for rainbow. 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 R, rainbow. S is for spider. 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 S, spider. T is for tiger. 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 T, tiger. U is for umbrella. 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 U, umbrella. V is for violin. 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 V, violin. W is for whale. 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 W, whale. X is for xylophone. 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 X, xylophone. Y is for yak. 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 Y, yak. Z is for zebra. 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 Z, zebra.
For apple, A for ant, B for ball, B for bat, B. C for cat and C for cup, D for dog, D for darts, D. E for egg and E for elephant, E. F for frog, F for fish, F. G for goat and G for grass, G. H for hand, H for head, H. I for ink, I for insect, E. J for juice, J for jar, J. K for king and K for kite, L for lamb, L for leaf, L. M for man, M for monkey, M. N for neck, N for nose, N. O for ocean, O for oar, P for plum, P for parrot, P. Y for